This is our swag bow. We're going to make our first tails the length of the bow maker. We're going to do our first loop at 8 inches. We're going to do 2 loops at 7 inches, 3 at 6, and 3 at 5, and we will do a center loop. The first ribbon I'm using is a 2.5 inch ribbon. We're going to measure it the length of the bow maker. We're going to put that in, give it a half a twist. We're going to bring this one out to 8 inches, give it a half a twist. And we're going to measure our other tail over to 8 inches on this side and just push it down. We're going to use our existing tails to measure the second one to cut off. We're just going to trim that off. The next ribbon that I'm going to use is also going to be a 2.5 inch ribbon. We're not going to have our tails as long. We're going to make those about 12 inches. Put that in, and we're going to do 2 loops at 7 inches. Give it a half twist. Set up for our next loop at 7. Half twist, we want 2. Pull you off enough ribbon to work comfortably. There we go. We're going to use our first tail to measure. We're just filling spaces as we build the bow. Put my first tail down and trim that off. The next ribbon that we're going to use is going to be a 1.5 inch ribbon, and we're going to put 3 loops at 6 inches with this one, and again a 12 inch tail. I'm using very contrasting ribbons so you'll be able to see easily what we're doing. This is going to go to the 6 inch mark. Give it a half twist, come back, 6 inches over here, half twist. We need 3 of these loops. Half twist. You can use all 1.5, you can use all 2.5, or you can mix them up for your ribbons. Okay. There's our 3 ribbons in. We're going to position those. Again, we're filling up spaces. Okay, there we go. We're going to use our existing tail to trim it off for a measurement. Our next ribbon that we're going to use is going to also be a 1.5 inch, and we're going to do 12 inch tails for this one. And we're going to do 3 loops at 5 inches. So we're going to move our tails out of our way so that we can see the measurements on the E-ZBOWZ Design Pro. Okay, and we're going to put 3 of these loops in on each side of center. There we go. We're going to position these again in between The ones that we have, we're just filling up spaces. We're going to use our existing tail to trim off this one. Now we're ready to put a center loop in, and since this is a fall design, I've decided I'm going to use our orange ribbon to make a center loop. We're not going to have our tails quite as long, about 8 inches. We're going to do this one at 2 inches. So again, if you need to, just move your loops out of the way to be able to see your measurements on your bow maker. So again, I'm going to use 2 zip ties to tie this one off. So I'm going to bring my zip tie right up next to the center dowels. I'm going to bring it up between my ribbon tails over here and diagonally through my center dowels. I'm going to work on getting it tightened up. We're going to give it a little tug up. We're going to position our fingers so that we can hold it tightly. We're going to start tightening it up before we pull it off the bow maker. And now I'm going to insert another zip tie in there so that I can attach it to my project. Give that a real tight tug. We're going to just trim that off. We'll fluff this once we get it into our swag. This is our swag bow. It's very pretty. I think you'll enjoy making this one. Here's my swag. I'm just going to pull straight down on those tails. We're going to use our zip tie that we inserted to put this on our swag. I'm going to tighten it up. Now you can use a pipe cleaner for this also. It's totally up to you. You want to get it on there tight and centered. Trim it off. Now let's start fluffing. We're going to take our center loop and we're going to twist that hard to the right. We're going to center that out. We have those long tails that we're going to just nestle in amongst our project, just like that. So we're going to hide all the mechanics of our swag. Again, we're just going to pull those tails right straight out to the side. We're going to finish fluffing our bow out, filling up all those spaces. Just use your components of your swag to make your little loops in there. Finish fluffing. And there you have a beautiful swag bow. So you've got tails that are running through your swag as well as coming right straight down from your bow.